This will be the people news, not attorney. Educational purposes only. Opinions, that's it. I'm hearsay. Okay? This is from capital J slash capital T I Z Z O, all in caps. Okay, so we're going to make this short and sweet on my introduction. Let's just proceed forward.
This is in the District Court of Butler County, Kansas, case entitled State of Kansas versus Jennifer Darlene Ruth. Amber Norris appears for the state of Kansas. James Watts as defense counsel of record. The defendant is not present on this meeting. Court's docket notes.
Already, so we're going to put something that we need to kind of check everything out. So we got this guy here, this girl here. So everybody keeps getting changed around, and the court somehow is supposed to be in line with one another, and yet how can it be in line if you get 20 different people doing 20 different things?
Indicate this matter last came before the court on September the 14th. At that time, a not guilty plea was entered. A plea hearing was set for today. Apparently, every expectation was she'd be entering a plea today. Case was not placed on a jury trial docket, rather set today at 9:00 a.m. The defendant was ordered to be at the Sallyport Zoom location at the Judicial Center or Mr. Watts' office. She doesn't appear to be in either place, Mr. Watts. Can you explain?
I cannot, Your Honor. Ms. Ruth was in my office yesterday morning. I had at 9 o'clock. She arrived here about 8:50, 8:48 or so. And we had a brief conversation about what she wanted to do. I have thought for some time, and I shared with Ms. Norris, that I think there's more to this story and more to this case than meets the eye.
You could be right.
I'm thinking more and more it appears that there are some mental health issues with Ms. Ruth. And I don't know what they are. I don't know what's going on. But she is obviously not here. I said she was here yesterday, so I expect her to be here.
Okay, let's stop right there. Okay, so this is supposed to be her attorney. Why is he giving doctor's advice? Or even bringing it up into court to this guy? And why are these two right here talking about her behind her back and appears to be mentally unstable? Isn't this attorney right here supposed to be representing her? It's just a question. And why is he giving more information about her to him that has nothing to do with the court case itself?
She's obviously not here.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. I noticed that we're 8 minutes past our scheduled start time. I would have expected her to have called someone by now if there was some legitimate reason that she was running behind. The court considers this to be a default on a mandatory court appearance. Because of this failure to appear, the court orders bond forfeiture, a bench warrant issued for her arrest, with Jennifer Ruth to be held on a no bond hold pending further proceedings before this court. Mr. Watts, is there anything else we need to address currently?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing further then. The Ruth matter will be in recess at this seat.
Okay, so he's giving out private information that since he's a doctor, he's making some type of doctor's advice to the judge that is none of his business, is therefore on the record, or he needs to even hear it. And the other attorneys are talking behind her back. 6 months later.
Months later.
89 in yours and 15 back in your yard. Yeah.
All right. Are you Jennifer Darlene Ralph?
Ruth. Yes, ma'am.
Ruth. Okay. It looks like.
Okay, understandably, we know why this is a different court settings because there was a different section of proceeding forward. Higher judge, basically. Okay, so we kind of understand why they're all different here.
you were picked up on a bond forfeiture bench warrant in Butler County District Court case number 23 CR 348. It appears that you were scheduled for a plea in front of
I didn't know anything about any of that.
Judge Ricky. Well, it says that on 9/14 you appeared by Zoom with Mr. Watts, no jury trial, set out to October 24th at 9 a.m. for a plea. You were at the South Court, or you were to be at the Sally Port or Mr. Watts' office for the next hearing. You were continued on bond, and then you failed to appear.
Because I was here. They picked me up on it. I had a warrant through the city that I didn't have any clue about. I was picked up on the 23rd and I was here, and I told them that I had court on the 24th, and they said they would help me make it there, and I never made it because I was sitting in here on a warrant through this city that I didn't know existed either. Because when I got released, I was given one court date, and you can't be at city and county court at the same time. So I thought the city matter had been dropped. It was
Okay.
that
Well,
was
what, Mr. Watts? Why didn't you send some kind of note to Mr. Watts?
I don't want him as my attorney anymore. I would go in his office and there was literally 8 different postings to call me back in a week's time frame. He would not talk to me. But my boyfriend could call up there and he would talk to him.
I'm just saying, it seems kind of suspicious that they won't talk to the client by email or anything like that, but they would talk to the alleged boyfriend that she has problems with. Huh. And where's she at right now?
My boyfriend could come in with me and my boyfriend went to court with me every single time.
No.
He would not converse with me.
Oh, P.S. Since this thing was alleged about her mental status, where did you get that information? Could it be from her boyfriend? Alleged boyfriend.
You would have let him know that you were in jail.
He did. He knew I was here, and he said it's not the court's problem that you got picked up on something else. And I said, but you are my attorney. I'm letting you know that I will not be, because I had just left his office. I literally had just left his office when I got picked up on County Road where I live. He knew I was in here, so I would like a different attorney if possible. If this is going to be continued from here on, I would like to submit for a different attorney. He knew everything. I was so upfront and honest with him because I just wanted this done. I didn't even want it to go to trial. I just wanted to take the charge.
Okay. Well, I don't know why it's taken you so long to get back in front of the court, but you have to go back to your assigned judge to ask for a new attorney and to get this plea situation resolved or your case
I just want to take the charge. I'll just take the charge. That's what I told him from the beginning. I didn't even want to do any of this. I just want this done so I can be out of this town and away from all of this. And because I have started a new, in Texas. I live in Texas now. It's great. I don't know any of these people. I don't have any contact with my family. My life has gotten so much better since I have left here. So, I just want this done. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be emotional, but yeah.
All right. Well, let's get you in front of Judge Ricky as soon as I can.
Okay.
Let me see if he's got a sooner date that I could put you on and you could visit with him. Do you know who's doing first appearances Friday? Usually it's written down on my calendar. It looks like he's Wednesday.
I think it's us, Judge, on Friday.
Yeah, you're right. We are. I'm sorry. Yes, we are. So then he doesn't have a docket week until the week of April 8th.
If you want me to run next door, I can real quick.
No, let's just set it back over for appearance in front of him on Wednesday the 27th at 1:30.
Thank you.
He's doing first appearances, right?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. You might let Cheryl with Mr. Watts' office know that she's going to reappear in front of Judge Ricky, her assigned judge, on Wednesday at 1:30.
Okay.
So he will either give you a later court date or set a special setting for a plea or whatever he wants to do, or consider your bond request based on your situation. But right now, all I have in front of me is your file and a no bond hold, and the only date that I would possibly have to even give you is a May date. So I'll get you in front of him on Wednesday, and you can
Thank you, ma'am.
explain to him what all's happened and see what he wants to do, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional.
Okay, that's okay. I just can't do anything with your case except get you back in front of the original judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait a second, hold on a second.
Chevy trucks with power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise.
Yeah, these commercials gotten so long here lately.
And Your Honor, I do have some information on the Ruth case, which should be up next.
Okay. Certainly give you that opportunity to share.
So, in this case, different lady. Same guy as last case, but now speaking. Where's everybody else at?
Thank you.
Jennifer Ruth?
Yes, sir.
This is State of Kansas versus Jennifer Darlene Ruth, case number 2023 CR 348. Ms. Ruth appears from the jail Zoom location. Mr. Canfield for the state. Mr. Canfield, you have some information that you need to share regarding this particular matter?
Yes, Your Honor, this case was on for first appearances this past Monday, the 25th, before Judge Satterfield. It was set over to today because you are the presiding judge in this case. The defendant had requested that the no bond hold be lifted, and Judge Satterfield did not want to lift that no bond hold. So it was placed on today's docket so that you could address that matter.
I didn't ask for any of that. I just said I wanted this over with.
Right, if Ms. Ruth, if you were addressing the court, I didn't hear what you said.
That's fine. I just would like this over with. I already said I would cop to the plea. I would take the charge, even if it's the GTA charge. I'll take it out all night of them. I just want this over with, and I do not want to deal with Mr. Watts whatsoever.
Why is that?
I do not care for the man. I do not know. I wanted to waive this whole thing from the very gate and said that, yeah, if the kid said I took he's the one that let me borrow it. If he said I took it, he took whatever. That's a whole other matter. I just want this over with. I've moved away from here because of all of this and to dealing with my family. Because while I've been in here, I've lost my license. I can't do anything now because of all of this bullshit from this town and from my mom and my brother. You've dealt with my brother a ton, and I am nothing like my family. So I have moved to Texas. I have started a whole different life there using my same name and everything. I have a whole community of people. I'm trying to get this job at this animal sanctuary. I just want this closed so I can be away from here.
All right, this is a first appearance docket. You're not going to be entering any type of plea today. What I do need to address at this
That's my whole point is when I did enter a plea,
Hey, just a minute. Just let me talk for a second.
Yeah.
Okay? What we're here to address first is your dissatisfaction with your attorney, Mr. Watts, who happens to be on this meeting. I don't know if it was to address this, Mr. Watts, or for some other reason. Jim, were you here on this case or something else?
No, I was asked to be here on this case.
Okay. All right. Ms. Ruth, I just needed to determine that there's some justifiable cause for you wanting to get a new attorney. Mr. Watts is one of the most experienced.
I have left him numerous messages. I will go into his office to physically speak with him, and there was 9 message receipts on his desk. But my boyfriend can call him, who had nothing to do with this and who put me in here in the first place. He's the whole one that set this up anyway. This is what I'm saying. I wanted away from this whole group of people. Yet all you did was pigeonhole me with this SOB, and now I'm stuck with him. But I'm making it work 6 hours away so I can be away from people like my family. I'm still trying to make it work.
All right, Ms. Ruth,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to. I don't want to wait the trial. I just want to cop the plea to the charge, and I want to take it my time and be done.
Mr. Watson, do you have anything you want to say in response?
Your Honor, my last contact with Ms. Routh was in October of last year. We discussed the possibility of a plea. In fact, if I remember correctly, we had arranged to amend this case to a temporary deprivation case and resolve it in that way. She did not appear on the 24th.
Because I was in here. I got arrested later that day on a failure to appear that I didn't know existed because I missed a court date that you didn't tell me I had for city. I had been in your office 3 times and I had been in court twice with Mr. Ricky and did not know that I was already sitting on an open warrant through the city because I had missed a court date I had missed 2 court dates through them and did not know about it. And I had tried to call your office numerous times, brought your receptionist coffee even, trying to get this matter resolved through you to figure out the exact date I missed so that all of this could be resolved because I had the whole GTA thing taken care of myself anyways because it was a complete misunderstanding. The kid just copped an attitude because he was supposed to be at school and I got his little butt in trouble because I borrowed his truck that day. I didn't even know he was supposed to be in school.
Okay, well, we're hearing a lot more than we really need to at this juncture. Mr. Watts, anything else regarding her request for new counsel?
Sorry.
Your Honor, I have no problem with getting you counsel.
Very well. I'm going to go ahead and relieve Mr. Watts of further responsibility in this case.
I just.
A new attorney will need to be appointed. I'm going to appoint Richard Paz, her new attorney.
All right. We're going to pause it right here. Just We the People News. Bye, y'all.